Hi, my name's Ilma and welcome to my channel. I've been posting Christian blogs 12 straight years every day. Today I'd like to share Genesis 31 verses 36 to 42. Here's the word of God. Then Jacob became angry and berated Laban. Jacob said to Laban, "What is my offense? What is my sin that you have hotly pursued me? For you have felt through all my goods. What have you found of all your household goods? Set it here before my kinsman and your kinsmen, that they may decide between us two. These 20 years I have been with you. Your ewes and your female goats have not miscarried, and I have not eaten the rams of your flocks. What was torn by wild beasts I did not bring to you. I bore the loss of it myself. From my hand you required it, whether stolen by day or stolen by night. There I was. By day the heat consumed me, and the cold by night, and my sleep fled from my eyes. This 20 years I have been in your house. I served you 14 years for your 2 daughters, and 6 years for your flock. And you have changed my wages 10 times. If the God of my father, the God of Abraham, and the fear of Isaac had not been on my side, surely now you would have sent me away empty-handed. God saw my affliction and the labor of my hands and rebuked you last night." Genesis 31, 36 to 42. Here's the poem I wrote inspired by those verses. Jacob rebukes Laban. After 20 years of service to Laban, he didn't appreciate Jacob. When Laban pursued Jacob and accused him of stealing his gods, Jacob finally spoke and rebuked Laban for all that he did to him. Without God on his side, he would have been empty-handed. Here's my essay. Finally, Jacob speaks up to Laban about all that he had abused him for. It was amazing how God was always on his side and prospering Jacob, despite all the dishonesty and cheating that Laban did to him. At this rebuke, Jacob points out that silence all those years was God's way of growing him into endurance and hard work. Those 20 years paid off because Jacob grew all that he had when he came to Padan Aram. He was empty-handed when he arrived, but he worked hard to grow whatever little he had. Now that he had prospered and also made Laban's flock grow, he had to speak up of Laban's acts. Reflection. What were the proofs that God was always with Jacob all those 20 years? Well, we see that when Jacob moved to Haran, he was fleeing from Esau, whom he tricked. But at the same time, he did not have anything when he came. Then when he served Laban for 14 years for Leah and Rachel, he grew in terms of how many children he had, offspring. He saw the faithfulness of God growing him in number in terms of his children and the wives and all this prosperity that he had received from the Lord because of all the things that he has been working hard so that he will be able to provide for his family. And those 20 years, we see now, Jacob used to be very sneaky, but now he just allowed Laban for those 20 years to do the cheating instead of him fighting for his right. It's interesting how we can easily fight for our right, but God is the one who is going to be our vindicator. He's the one who will fight for our right. We just need to be silent. That's what the book of Psalms says, that when you are angry, you just go into your room and check your heart and find out whether it is right with the Lord and allow the Lord to do what he needs to do. Actually, God confronted Laban not to speak to Jacob, whether good or bad, and yet he didn't do that. And he still pursued Jacob and then, accused Jacob of the stealing the gods, which Jacob didn't know that one of his wives did. So thanks for watching. I hope you check my website at ILMA'S.com for artworks, photographs, and a copy of this blog. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube so I could make more videos and give you the Word of God. And if you haven't already, please check over 3,000 videos I've done on YouTube or Google search. Just type ILMA'S Poem Devotional. Have a wonderful day.